Good morning, class. I've decided to talk this week because we're approaching the end of our time together about our critical assignment, which is due um, pretty soon. And that's like our main, we have two big final things that are due. We have our critical assignment, which is a development of a group treatment intervention. And then we have our final, which is a multiple choice test. So, and that's based on chapters 6 through 11 of our most recent textbook that we were looking through, which hopefully that will be helpful and not so daunting as the Yalom book. But however, I just kind of wanted to go over a few things with you as far as how this is going to need to look. There's a sample group interventions paper. And this is just a sample. Okay, so it's giving you an example. I hopefully I'm not getting you motion sickness by kind of going through this. So this person is doing a stress management group, okay? And they're given the introduction, of course, background and rationale for why they picked, but why this kind of group would be helpful, things of that nature. And then what I'm trying to get to though is so the overgroup. So this is like, again, it's a hypothetical group. I mean, you could be basing it off of something that you're already familiar with or something that you've done very clear research on, and it's like a very standard protocol, which is fine. Or it could be a hypothetical situation in a sense, like if you were to do a stress management group, how long you would run the group for. So this is the overview of what the group should be. Okay. The therapist's role, right? The time and setting. So you're setting up like the outline. This is an outline. This isn't meant to be super, super detailed in the sense of like what every group session would be like and what Susie would say and then what Billy would say. No, it's just like an outline, like as if you were presenting this maybe to a supervisor to say, hey, this is some research I've done. This is the kind of group I would like to lead. This is why, and this is the format. Okay, so it's basically like you're presenting like an outline of what the group would look like and what you would cover over those weeks. Okay, and again, probably when you start to get over the more of the nitty gritty outline of the group, what happens in each week, it's not going to be your standard APA formatting, but all the writing and that happens before then should be typical APA format, the proper fonts that you're supposed to use, all the proper rules for APA formatting. That's important. You're going to talk about the duration and frequency, how often the group would meet, the cost of the group, size of the group classification, and then member selection, if you how you want to select members, and if there's any people that are not going to be included. Now, this is the 10-week group structure. I've seen this done in a bunch of different ways, but this is a really great example. This paper is a great example, and that's why it's posted in here of what your paper should look like. So if you want to use this as an outline, great. I'm going to go back to the rubric because I don't know if in your traditional setting, if you have rubrics often in your Blackboard, or I don't even honestly know how much you guys use Blackboard in a traditional setting. So I'm going to kind of show you the rubric as well. But see how this is kind of listed out. It doesn't need to be pages worth of information, but you're just kind of going over what the strategies are for each week. Okay. And then we're going to get down to at the very end, your references. Okay, so that's how the paper ends. You have your references that are appropriately done. Nothing should be in blue, things of that nature. Now, if we go back to the content again, so when you're looking at the critical assignment section, now this is in week 14. Okay, week 14. It shows you the criteria. So where everything should be, as far as like this is the outline, this is the pre-outline. Okay, this is how you should base your paper. So this is what you're graded on: objectives, background, things of that nature. There's exemplary, accomplished, developing, beginning. Okay, practical considerations. Okay, so we're looking through that. Overview of group intervention. Okay, description of one group session. Discussion of legal, ethical, multicultural considerations. APA formatting, and then theory and therapy. Now, this part of it, this is something that's standard. That don't worry about anything from this part. The program outcome dimension. Don't worry about any of this part down. This is something that all ops we worry about with ops. So from APA formatting and above, those are the things to really look at and to consider. So again, these are the different, it shows like what would be an exemplary section, what would be an accomplished section, what would be a developing section, and what would be a beginning section. Okay, and then there's still a pretty laid out critical assignment expectation. It's pretty clear in this section as well. So that's if you are to go to learning activities, I'm moving my screen a little bit so I can see better, right? If we were to go to learning activities, okay, I'm just showing you. And if we went to week 14, that's where you find all this information. Okay, so I just want to give you a heads up because I know this is a little different than maybe what you do in a traditional setting. And obviously this matters because this is a big part of our grade. So I'm going to go to our syllabus really quick and I'm going to show you something. I'm scrolling down. Sorry if this is giving you motion sickness. Okay, so final exam is due Sunday night. Okay, it has to be done Sunday night because I have to turn in grades on Monday. So if the final exam is not done Sunday, we're going to have a major problem. So please get it done Sunday, by Sunday at the latest. That's the latest you can get it done because I have to, like I said, I have to turn in grades. And the reason that will allow you to go that late in finishing it is because the grade is automatically put in the grade book. So please, please, please get your final exam done. As far as your capstone is concerned, it needs to be due day 4. So day 4 is next week. Let's see. If day 1's Monday, so that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That means our capstones are due, our capstone, or major assignment, is due by next Thursday. And the reason that's due by next Thursday is because I have to grade all of those and I have to have them done by a certain time. So please, please get your stuff done. It's the end. I know you have discussion. This is our last week of discussion board, week 13, last week of discussion board. So please, please, please get this stuff done so I can have everything submitted appropriately and we're not having to do grade changes because stuff got turned in late, things of that nature. I just wanted to go over this because I think it's so important. I know this is so new in some ways for you, and I know I don't want it to be complicated. So I am so thankful. You're going to have a chance to do a course evaluation. So please, if you want some extra credit, please go ahead and do course evaluations. There's 10 points extra credit. Just let me know, send me an email that you finished it, and I will gladly enter that 10 points extra credit for you. And yeah, if you have any questions for me, please don't hesitate to let me know. We've made it through the semester. I appreciate deeply all of your flexibility and fluidity in regards to this class and the switch. I hope you gained a lot from the course. I know it was not how you were expecting to take this course, but honestly, I was expecting so much more kind of frustration and negativity based on the situation. And I just commend you all. Maybe you felt that internally. I don't really know, but because I don't see you all, but I really appreciate, at least I didn't feel that. I appreciate your abilities to get things done and just be great students. So thank you so much for doing that. I really, really, really appreciate it. So we are basically at the end. So I thank you again. If you see me around, please say hi and tell me you were in my group class. That was traditional, non-traditional situation. And we will probably see each other around. Like I said, I'm around campus sometimes. I teach online professional studies often, so they kind of are familiar with me. But anyhow, I wish you all the best in your program with what's left and in your future careers as therapists. So I hope you have wonderful rest of your spring and a great summer. And again, I wish you all the best in your future. Bye-bye.